Hello my night owls and welcome back to another Create a Sim video. We are back with making Undertale characters. Today we are making 3 characters. One is Frisk and the other 2 are Sans and Papyrus. With Frisk, I was gonna go with the whole meek face where she had her eyes closed. You can't really see her eyes and she has like that, like she doesn't really, well, it's not a she or a he. Frisk and Chara both have non-gender. They're not gender-based. We are making Frisk, and I made her obviously into a girl, and I obviously made Chara into a girl as well. I used Chara as the base. I saved the first household to my gallery, which is Chara, Azriel, Asgore, and Toriel. If you guys have not seen those videos, go and check them out. But I downloaded them to the gallery, my gallery, and then I downloaded them and I deleted everyone else but Chara. I didn't show you guys this process because I don't know, I just didn't. But that's what I did. I downloaded that household, used Chara, made a twin of her, deleted her, and then using pretty much the base of Chara as the thing to make Frisk, because Frisk and Chara are pretty kind of like twins, kind of, but they're not twins. They look similar. Okay, so yeah, that's what I did. So I was gonna do her eyes closed, but then I decided not to do her eyes closed. I decided to do them open. Some people give Frisk brown eyes and blue eyes. I was gonna give her blue eyes, but then I'm like, no, I think I'll do her with brown eyes. I don't really like the character. I've seen some pictures of people post like fan art where Frisk has blue eyes, and I really like her with blue eyes, but I decided this time I was gonna go with brown eyes. I was gonna give her the same exact hair as Chara, but I decided against it and decided to give the hair that she started off with is the hair that I tend to go back to. So let me go over Frisk's profile, and of course I'll be going over Sans and Papyrus's profile as well. So let's get into it. Frisk is the playable character and main protagonist of Undertale. After Frisk falls into the underground, they embark on a journey to return to the surface. Frisk is the last of the 8 humans to fall into the underground after traveling to Mount Ebot. Frisk is not the fallen human named at the beginning of the game. Frisk's name is only relevant in the true pacifist route. Now, I forgot to do this again. I'm sorry. If you haven't seen the game or want to play the game, you might want to not listen to this. I know I kind of just give you guys a little spoiler. I went out, but the game's been out for a while, so I'm hoping that whoever is watching this video, they know about Undertale. Appearance. Frisk is a human child who wears a striped pink/purple and blue shirt, blue pants, and brown shoes. Now, I was gonna give her brown shoes, but then I decided not to, and I gave her black shoes. They have short bangs and a blank expression. Though Frisk does not show much expression in the overworld, NPCs often describe Frisk's expression. Just like the first human, they have no stated gender and are slowly referred to as they throughout the game. Personality. Frisk's personality is ambiguous, allowing the player to project their personality onto Frisk. Frisk speaks to NPCs through the game, but the exact dialogue is not shown. NPCs dialogue boxes display ... to show that the NPC is listening to Frisk, and some NPCs respond to questions that Frisk had asked. Depending on their action, players can interpret Frisk as merciful or merciless. Some NPCs emphasizes Frisk's kindness, understands, and grace in the epilogue. Frisk is obedient and only disallows player input when they follow someone else's instructions, such as when Sans tells them to hide behind the conveniently shaped lamp. She's very obedient. They are very obedient, sorry. And they are very kind. I made Frisk into a teenager. So when I was making her, I pretty much was like, what would Frisk look like if she was a teenager? And I feel like the girl that I made is definitely what she would look like as a teenager. Okay, so let's move on to the other two. Okay, we're on to Sans now. Sans is the brother of Papyrus and a major character in Undertale. He first appears in the forest after the protagonist exits the ruin. He serves as a supporting character in a natural and true pacifist route, and as the final boss and horror and antagonist in a genocide route. Okay, for Sans and Papyrus, they are skeletons, but you can't make skeletons in The Sims, so I made them both as humans, obviously. So I was gonna leave them both bald, but they look kind of weird bald, so I gave them both hair, and I think they both look really good. I'm hoping you guys like how they all came out, how Frisk came out, how Sans came out, and Papyrus came out. I think they came out really good. I had a lot of content for Sans. I didn't have that much for Papyrus. I had to use, I think, an in-game shirt for Papyrus appearance. Sans appears as a short skeleton with a dimple smile, large eye sockets, and perfect aligned teeth. For both of their eyes, now I did not like how their eyes came, like I had different kind of eyes and I was trying like multiples on them, and I found one that was like they had like black around and then white in the middle, and that's what their eyes are. They're like kind of like empty sockets with just light coming out of the socket. But I don't know, I kind of like the eyes, but I didn't really like the eyes, so I was going between eyes and trying to figure out what kind of eyes I want. But in the end, those are the eyes that I went with, and I hope you guys like them. I feel about it. He wears an unzipped blue hoodie, a white t-shirt / sweater, black shorts with white stripes, and a pair of sneakers / slippers. Yeah, people always put Sans either in slippers or sneakers, and of course I gave him the pink slippers, but I was also thinking of maybe giving him the sneakers, but I ended up going with slippers in the end. He has white pupils that disappear when he is serious or angered. When Sans uses telekinesis, his left eye flashes light blue and yellow, the color for patience and justice, and his right pupil disappears. Personality. Sans is laid back, often sleeping on the job and taking breaks. His laziness is a combination of fatalism and empathy. He wonders if his indolences stems from his knowledge that any progress he makes will be erased when the timeline resets. Conversely, he suggests that this knowledge could be a poor excuse for being lazy. Though Sans is usually agreeable, he becomes eerily serious at particular moments. He is also observant. Sans reads the protagonist's expression and can often tell when they have already done certain tasks. He enjoys making skeleton-related puns, and the fact that he performs at MTT Resort hints that he may be a talented comedian. He enjoys science fiction and loves to drink ketchup. He also hates making promises. Sans may have a scientific background. Evidence includes the quantum physics book workshop, his relationship with Elphys, affinity for science, and his timeline research. Papyrus is the brother of Sans and a major character in Undertale. His main motive is to capture a human so he can become a member of the Royal Guard and finally have friends and popularity. Appearance. He wears his battle body, an outfit that he created for a costume party. It includes a white chest plate with gold trim, orange-red gloves with gold trim, blue briefs with a golden belt, and knee-high orange-red boots, a symbol that resembles that of Starman from the Mother series. Adam the chest belt. He also wears a short orange-red cape. Personality. Papyrus is a flamboyant skeleton who presents a confident, charismatic image, sorry if I'm saying that word wrong, of himself. He works hard, and despite his brash personality, is kind-hearted. He is optimistic and innocent, even when the protagonist beheads him in genocide row. He is also occasionally oblivious, but can be cunning at times, as seen when he uses reverse physiological to trick Undyne into befriending the protagonist. Papyrus believes in others just as much as he believes in himself. He has so much faith in his abilities that he waited outside of Undyne's house all night and begged her to accept him into the royal guard. Seeing his persistence, Undyne offered to train him, but instead gave him cooking lessons. He cooks spaghetti in his spare time, though many characters seem to think that he is not very good at it. One of the reasons for this is because Papyrus never ate spaghetti himself to complete the chef's guidebook to cooking by tasting their creation before serving. He therefore cooks spaghetti only because everyone else loves to eat it, indicating he does not pick favorite. He loves puzzles and japes, as shown in the numerous puzzles he prepared for the protagonist, as well as his collection of complex tunes about puzzle creation. Though advanced puzzles may seem puerile, Papyrus also enjoys children's books and is somewhat childish with the decoration of his room. He also collects action figures. Papyrus also watches Mettaton's TV show and admired Mettaton so much that he would move to Hotland, a region that he hates. He loves Mettaton so much that he would move to a region that he hates just to be near him. And so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys love how they came out. I know I did, even though I'm not really big on Sans and Papyrus's eyes. I love how they all came out. Anyways, there will be pictures at the end, my night owls, and that will be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see all you beautiful night owls in the next video. Goodbye!